Wavelength is the length of wave in the electromagnetic spectrum, usually measured from peak to peak or trough to trough, and it is usually given the symbol lambda. Here is an electromagnetic spectrum courtesy of NASA, and it is showing us long wavelength to short wavelength bands of the electromagnetic spectrum. The long wavelength band is the radio band, and the very shortest wavelength band is the gamma ray band. Now, what do we mean by the length of wave? Well, first of all, you need to know where to measure. So you can measure from peak to peak. So here's a peak and here's a peak. So you can measure this distance peak to peak, or you can measure from trough to trough. So here's a trough and here's a trough, and you can measure this distance. Let's measure from peak to peak. So if we measure from the peak of one wave to the peak of another wave, and you use whatever measuring tool you can, you measure this distance, and that's what's called the wavelength, and we give it the symbol lambda.